Sign in, load up, press start and go. Can't hang with the best, so stick to solo. Settle down, don't get ahead of yourself now, son. You have a better chance of dating Olivia Munn. What's up, guys? Welcome to Loading Episode 6. I am Diluted.
And I'm Bobby.
He's eating. We are here with a couple friends. I'm one. He's sick. And we got Meadow.
I got a French fry mustache.
You got a mustache or whatever.
Mustache.
The mustache.
I didn't eat my mustache.
Yeah.
Enjoy this show because we really have no idea what it's going to be about.
That's right. By the way, we're at Big Ben's. Hey, what's up? And we're at Big Ben's eating shit. Of course. We always have to have food. We'll be back. Let's go to headlines. Headlines. What do you get when you cross Grand Theft Auto 2 with Twisted Metal and throw a sprinkle of zombies in the mix? Ba-dam! Zombie Driver. In this twisted little game, you get 17 story missions, 6 different cars to choose from, including a fucking bus. Awesome. And of course, upgrades to any weapon that you can put on your said vehicle, which are of course rocket launchers, machine guns, yada yada yada. You get where this is going. Anyway, Zombie Driver will be out for the PC later this year. And if I still actually play PC games, I'd really be looking forward to this.
If the names John Carpenter or Steve Niles ring any bells to you, it's because they don't conform to the new age bitch style of that Twilight guy. I mean, seriously. Shine in the sun for a vampire? No. Give me some 30 Days of Night vampires and then we're talking some serious business. These two great minds are going to be helping Fear 3 teams out when it comes to writing the story. Now, as we all know, Alma is all grown up, going to have a child from Beckett of all people, from Fear 2 if you remember. Now, what's new this time around? How about co-op and a better cover system? Are we talking Gears of War 2 cover system? Maybe, and that's what we're hoping for, but at least this time around, you won't be just one protagonist. You'll be either Point Man or Paxton Patel. So as far as Fear 3 goes, if Carpenter and Niles get their heads together, we might be seeing a real horror movie unveil with our hands.
So, Konami and Kojima Productions, the guys that brought you the Metal Gear Solid saga, are working together to reboot Castlevania. This new game for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 is called Castlevania Lords of Shadows, where main character Gabriel Belmont fights across different stages trying to reach the obvious Dracula, which is normally in every fucking Castlevania game, with a combat cross. Yeah, I'm a geek, I know, but Patrick Stewart, Luke Picard, will be lending his voice to the game along with other semi-known actors.
Ashes to Ashes is the name of this trailer, and it has everybody in the gaming community jumping for the controllers. Although, don't get in too much of a hurry, guys. This title is going to drop April 5th, 2011. Yes, Cliff Bleszinski went ahead and gave us a little bit of heads up as what we're going to be expecting for Gears of War 3. Not only are we going to have a 4-player co-op system, Anya will now be playing a role as a fighting gear because, as we all know, in the end everybody dies and we need more firepower. Looking at new animations, we see in this trailer that all of the cogs don't have the Crimson Omen in their chest, so many speculations. Is there still an army? Are they fighting for themselves? Will the Lambent be hard-ass motherfuckers? Will I quit my job to play this video game? Most probably. But other than that, guys, check out this trailer and remember this song because it's going to be played over and over again and it's going to be the #1 downloaded tune from iTunes, just like Mad World from the last trailer.
Talk about bringing back a classic. For anyone who played Rocket Knight for the Sega Genesis back in the 90s, you might be surprised to find out that the sequel for Rocket Knight will be available on Xbox Live Arcade as well as the PlayStation Network. As with most old school to new generation games, the game is going to include a boost in graphics, but more importantly, a continuing storyline. I played the original, I wasn't too fond of it, but this is looking like something that I would definitely give up a couple points for. Now, imagine the crack addict walking into the office saying, "Let's put a rocket pack on a possum." Doesn't make much sense. But you know what? A lot of shit that don't make sense is normally the shit that ends up being most fun. Give me an amen, Reverend. Amen.
Now we move on to Marvel and their new iteration of Spider-Man called Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. Plot for this game is pretty simple. You have a tablet of order, breaks into 4 pieces, goes into all different dimensions, and you end up playing as 4 different Spider-Men. As far as we know 2 Spider-Men. You're going to be the Amazing Spider-Man, which is the one everybody knows and loves. You'll be able to play as the Noir Spider-Man, which is more of a stealth attitude towards him, giving the game a little bit of a thinker. You're going to be amazing and you're going to be able to fly through buildings, but it also might have a stealth mechanism behind it. Now, knowing 2 of the 4 Spider-Men, we can only think and imagine, what other 2 Spider-Men can we expect? A Spider-Man style Spider-Man? Punisher style Spider-Man? Or maybe the manga Spider-Man, and it's gonna be all Bushido style and fucking kill people with like his claws and shit and be all fucking crazy. But whatever it is, it's gonna be a Spider-Man game, which means it's gonna sell because all the kids in the world are gonna want one. So check it out, and we'll keep you updated. And for the first impressions, we decided to hit you guys with Blur. Bizarre Creations' Blur is pretty much a multiplayer racing game. Now, this has aspects of both Burnout and Mario Kart, in the fact that not only are you able to destroy cars by smashing into them and helping them crash, you have a couple of added stuff, like shunt, nitro, shield. You can repair your car on the go, you can throw mines, you can shock people with EMPs, thus disabling the car and not having them do anything about it. There's a couple of modes that are allowed to you when you're barely starting off. There's skirmish racing, which allows for 2 to 8 players, and powered up racing, which allows for 2 to 15 players. Motor Mash is pretty much last man standing of Burnout. You get to pretty much destroy every other car till you're the last man standing. And as for supercar racing, you get to use pretty awesome cool cars to race around and do all that destructive shit that you did in skirmish and powered up. A way that Blur is trying to break the barriers as far as gaming is concerned is being able to update via Twitter and via your Xbox Live everything that you're doing. Not only are you able to use things like you were in Mario Kart, like throw shells, except these ones, they look like really big bombs, but you can actually use them defensively. You can use mines that you lay behind you to help you against front shots or front bolts that are thrown at you. You can use a power shield and the barge to have surrounding people pretty much get away and let you do drifts. Now, the one thing about this game is that it's actually hard to drift. It may not be like Forza Motorsport 3, but this is a game that will actually require you some handling techniques. So as far as first impressions is concerned, guys, this is one game you're gonna have to get May 25th. And if you do get it, watch out for my tweet updates letting you know how much of kick-ass I am and how much you suck.
I'm taking it back to last generation's consoles with SSX3. This is arguably the best snowboarding game I've ever played. This game literally had it all for me. It had very memorable characters like Mac Frazier, Zoe Payne, Simon Stark. It had a wicked soundtrack that included Fatboy Slim, N.E.R.D., Royksop, Black Eyed Peas, Executioner's Uncle. I mean, I can go on and on. It's a great soundtrack. It had 3 different mountain peaks, all with various levels of difficulty, where you had races, trick challenges, or you could literally just free ride through the mountains, which could honestly take you over 20 minutes to do. You could customize all of your characters till they're super badass. You could also do outlandish tricks called Uber tricks that are just insane to watch. And in case you don't like your character's Uber trick, you could actually buy somebody else's Uber trick and steal their move. Gameplay wise, I still go back and play this as often as possible. Musically, the way the soundtrack was delivered has actually inspired me in the way I actually write my albums. You're gonna love this shit the minute you put it in.
Alright guys, that's the end of episode 6 of Loading. I hope you enjoyed it. So let us know, send us your emails, send us your comments here. Again, thank you. Twitters are going to be on the bottom, addresses on top. Also, you can check us out on FuyaRadio.com. Thanks a lot to everybody at Fuya Wait with us right now, Physics, and Time 1. And I guess that's it for this show. Peace.